to Tom and Ben News United Kingdom, celebrating 10 years of delivering news for the people of the United Kingdom and the world. Croeso I Tom ac Ben newyddion y Denis Unedig. Dathlu 10 mlynedd o glyflwyno newyddion I bobl y Denis Unedig ar y byd. Falcho go Tom agus Ben neachchin am reacht y neachche. Ac am farachach dich blian na delifriga neachchin ya mwynchin na reacht y neachche agus an tergol.
This is Tom and Ben News United Kingdom with Ben the Talking Dog and Tom the Talking Cat. Noswaitha, Ichtiva, good evening. Fighter jets from the UK will join NATO allies in defending Polish airspace after last week's incursion of Russian drones, the Defence Secretary has confirmed.
Other allies, including Denmark, Germany and France, are already taking part, with a jet from the latter scrambled earlier on Monday in response to another potential incursion by Russian drones.
RAF Typhoon jets will fly air defence missions over Poland as part of the military alliance's mission to bolster the eastern flank. The Typhoons will still operate out of RAF Coningsby in Lincolnshire and are expected to start flying missions in the coming days.
A couple have been jailed for 14 years for the gross negligence manslaughter of their newborn daughter when they went on the run with her to avoid dealing with social services.
38-year-old Constance Martin and 51-year-old Mark Gordon were sentenced on Monday after being found guilty in July following a lengthy retrial at the Old Bailey. They were sentenced on the basis that their baby Victoria died of hypothermia.
Police had been searching for the couple for 53 days after officers found evidence of a recent birth in a burnt-out car near Bolton. The decomposed body of the baby was found in a shopping bag in Brighton in 2023.
3 teenagers have been given life sentences for the murder of a 17-year-old boy who was stabbed after trying to barricade himself inside a shop to escape his attackers.
Abdurrahman Summers, aged 19, and 2 16-year-old boys were convicted in May over the attack on Reuben Higgins in Marston Green in Solihull on the 29th of October last year.
Reuben was stabbed inside Vape Mini Market on Station Road where he had tried to block the door, shouting his pursuers were trying to kill him. Summers was given a life sentence with a minimum of 19 years, while the 16-year-olds were given 17 and 15 years respectively at Birmingham Crown Court.
A teacher described as one of a kind has died after being diagnosed with a brain tumour.
Stephen Webb, who was the co-head of English at Hastings High School in Burbage, Leicestershire, died on Sunday. A fundraiser to help Mr Webb pay to have private immunotherapy for glioblastoma reached its target of £150,000 in 8 days in September last year.
In a statement on social media, the family said despite his immense courage through 2 surgeries and treatment, the tumour returned with heartbreaking speed. In his final moments, Stephen was surrounded by his family, held in love and peace.
A Wolverhampton man who promoted himself as a waste carrier is in the gun after a pile of rubbish was found strewn across graves in a churchyard.
Damien Maiden of Jonesfield Crescent in Eastfield, who offered his services on social media, charged a resident on Bushbury Hill to collect a haul of bin bags, furniture and clothes. They were found dumped on graves at Holy Trinity Church in Heathtown on the 15th of November last year.
He was ordered to pay £948 in fines and costs for the first charge, and no separate penalty was imposed for the second at Dudley Magistrates Court on the 30th of July. The money he paid will be invested into the City of Wolverhampton Council's Environmental Crime Service.
To sports now, and England have surpassed their own record-winning streak across both men's and women's international rugby union by defeating Scotland 40 points to 8 in their Women's Rugby World Cup quarter-final in Bristol.
In 2022, the Red Roses became the first team in history to win 25 tests in a row by beating Wales in a World Cup warm-up game at Ashton Gate, and that record was extended by 5 more victories until it ended with a defeat by New Zealand at the World Cup final later that year.
Since that dramatic loss, England have not lost a test, and they broke new ground with a 31st consecutive win on Wednesday. If they are to lift the World Cup on the 27th of September at Twickenham, then the record will be extended to 33.
And I thought New Zealand was supposed to be unbeatable.
Well, look at us now. Okay, let's take a look at your weather forecast for tomorrow.
Alright, that's all today. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Please subscribe and see you on Sunday for Sports News Today. And our next news bulletin will be due sometime next week.